Welcome back, YouTube. We are here with the next episode of Conrad Stevenson's Paranormal PI, and last time on we had just explored an old cemetery where the shadowy specter of a body snatcher was located. And in this episode, I think we're going to go ahead and focus on the last ghost that's at the Spruce Street location, which is the Angel of the Mausoleum. And there's a lot of backstory behind this guy, apparently, and it seems like it's pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and jump right on in. All right.
Out of all I've witnessed, it's the phone that makes me jump.
AirPods, total amounting of $1,499. But we have found some suspicious activities in your account while processing the payment. So in order to cancel your order, kindly press 1 to speak with our fraud department. Thank you.
Why do I even have an office phone?
I feel you. All right. So the problem that we're going to have here is that we don't have any archive evidence for the Angel of the Mausoleum. So we go to the inbox and then go to Spruce Street. We have the Angel in the Mausoleum. That's pretty much all we have in terms of that. We do have the wiki, so hopefully that'll provide us with some... Wow, there's a lot of actual information here, but not stuff you can add to the notes, except for this, which is Pierre has a reason to stay. Okay, so let's go ahead and read this, because it's going to give us the background behind the specific location and what it means to the game and the community at the church. So, a mausoleum for the few. As the community of New Eidolon embraced the future moving into the 20th century, the wealthier citizens thought it best to be remembered for all eternity. In 1894, Pierre Lefebvre was commissioned to design and manage the construction of the mausoleum. Throughout construction, everything went as planned, and in 1895, work was completed. But once community members started to assume residency, controversy arose. It was clear that only the elite could afford to be buried there. There was one instance in 1901 when a family had the money to bury their loved ones within the mausoleum but was denied a plot. The family was not very wealthy and had no connection to any local politician. This sparked outrage and resulted in vandalism to the structure. Throughout the next few years, hired security for the mausoleum was employed, which only deepened the divide about this issue. Since security agents were on site day and night, protesting citizens could not vandalize as they would previously. Instead, they would leave lit candles on the ledges of the entombed. The cemetery allowed candles to be placed at grave sites, so it was hard to manage who was doing what. Once the lit candle had burned itself out, I think it's supposed to be a mess of dried wax usually engulfed the personal items left on the ledge, disrespecting the entombed elite. Although not very destructive, the gesture was symbolic of the lower class community members disgusted with the situation. In 1905, a compromise was reached within the community when the outside gardens were replaced with tombs, which anyone who had the money could be buried. This decision squelched the issue. Additionally, crypts were created just south of the mausoleum after the incident in 1901 to provide a more lavish burial for those who could afford it. Mr. Lefebvre, unfortunately, was deeply associated with class segregation and was never able to establish his reputation as desired. He tried his best to distance himself from it in the hopes to benefit his career. Ironically, after Lefebvre and his wife passed away in 1908, they were both entombed in a white marble sarcophagus right at the entrance of the mausoleum. The elite of the community felt they wanted to honor Mr. Lefebvre. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. For creating such a marvelous final resting place regardless of his feelings on the matter. Fortunately, Mr. and Mrs. Lefebvre were middle-aged and died unexpectedly in a carriage accident. The Lefebvre had no children, and no one knew any next of kin, so their wishes could not be communicated. The first documented case of paranormal activity in the mausoleum occurred in 1911. It was noted that a few candles were mysteriously placed and lit on the ledges of some entombed residents. This phenomenon has occurred irregularly ever since. Skeptics, of course, believe that local kids light the candles as an ongoing prank. Intermittently throughout the years, folks have seen apparitions within the mausoleum as well as outside within the gated area. This has further fueled the idea that the mausoleum is haunted. I believe it. Okay, so unfortunately, that's all we have. So we need to find more archive evidence, potentially. But
I
yeah,
should do a bit more research before starting an investigation.
yeah, I know, Conrad. But yeah, that's kind of where we have to go. So it's just unfortunate. But we will grab some of our items here. MF, camera, and I guess voice recorder. It's pretty typical. So I mean, we can go ahead and look around and see if we can find some of the archive evidence. But I haven't had a lot of luck with it. I know that allegedly all the evidence was supposed to load into the game. But I don't know whether or not the evidence is near where the ghost usually is, which is typical because they removed the sound effect for archive evidence, making that humming sound that kind of gave away that there was something nearby. So it's been kind of a challenge to find some of the smaller scraps of paper that have been kind of just laying around. So I'm just getting a quick look-see over here and see if we can find any notes or photographs. It doesn't quite look like that's the case. Get on in. Okay, so this is the sarcophagus of Mr. and Mrs. Lefebvre, which is pretty awesome now that we know that that's the case. Pretty amazing. Let's turn on the light, take a look at it in its glory. There we go. Wasn't turning on for a second. Yeah, it's really pretty in here, right? Very cool. Weird that it doesn't go all the way up to the roof, but the ceiling is pretty ornate. Seems like this is probably like a really nice wood. But yeah, I mean, you take a look. This is gonna... Oh!
Incredible. I captured a ghost on film.
Wow. That ghost model looked really cool. We're gonna go ahead and close this. That's really awesome. Anyway, so like I was saying, I wanted to go ahead and make this the thumbnail for the video because I think this is really cool looking. Maybe it looks better with the light on it. Hard to say. Anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look around. I want to see if we can find any other archive evidence. I haven't been very lucky with that so far. But evidently, the ghost is just wandering around, so that's pretty cool. Don't see any scraps of paper around here. Is there anything back here? No, I don't see anything. Nothing there. Well, we'll just have to hope that we don't need it. Oh, Wow, he's so active. Wait, did he go outside? That's really cool. What, does this have significance over here? I mean, I didn't catch that for sure. It's kind of whispering, maybe in French. Okay. Is this just a regular cold spot? Seems like it.
Looks like just a cold spot. Nothing paranormal.
And on this backside. Thought maybe that was a scrap of paper. Unfortunately, it was not. Hmm. I mean, this might be a good time to go get like some of our cool little gadgets that we have. Don't come over here. Don't drain my battery. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome. And he's just like sticking around too. As long as I keep my distance from him, he's very active. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and just place some stuff here. And we'll go grab some of the other items. Maybe also the camera. That's not how you get out of here. Okay. Let's go back to the truck. We'll go ahead and grab the EMF pod. I mean, I'll grab the pen light as a courtesy to the pen light itself to make it feel useful. But I'm also going to grab the parabolic mic. I feel like this one he's going to have EVPs to go along with his audio. So after this map, after we investigate this spirit here, we're going to go ahead and go over to the lighthouse map, which would be pretty cool. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So it'd be cool to check it out. Nice change of scenery. Oh, what? Why did the light clipping through the wall go away? That there. It's for the pen light. I mean, let's go ahead and put it here, I guess. This is kind of a darker part of the place. I'll go ahead and shut this one off. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. The ambient light. But hey, it is what it is. Alright, so I'll go ahead and just I'm actually gonna go ahead and just put this down. Hopefully the ghost walking over things isn't gonna just destroy the battery. But go ahead and pick up these guys.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Guess not. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull out the temp gun. This is gonna be a normal cold spot.
Looks like just a cold spot. Nothing paranormal. What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Oh, we got a candle over here. Bougie, yeah, I agree.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Must have been some kids that snuck in and are continuing this prank. That's really cool though, that it just like randomly shows up here.
What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Oh, I guess maybe the candle was always here. It's cool that you can blow it out though. Is there a candle? Apparently I've had
I'll keep
these
that as audio evidence.
voice lines already. Very talkative though. Maybe we go ahead and shut these lights off. Set the mood for ghosts.
Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Is there anything you'd like to tell me? Wow, that sounded like a response. That is very interesting. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Cool. So yeah, I mean EVPs are on the menu, it seems, which is I mean, it seems like an intelligent haunting, so that makes sense. Surprised this hasn't gone off yet. I guess I don't need another photo of the ghost. I can just go ahead and put this down for now. I want to go ahead and grab the EMF pod. I'm gonna bring it over here. Right here. Because we know that he does show up here, so maybe that'll help. Thought I heard somebody starting to say something.
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
Standard cold spot here.
Looks like just a cold spot. Nothing paranormal.
It's always in the spot. Is there like, is it just because it's near the door? Maybe there's a draft. Oh, there's the candle again. I'm gonna blow it out and see what happens. Nothing. Bougie.
That's extraordinary audio evidence. How many people are here other than me? How many people are here other than me? Do you like the current family living here?
Doesn't make sense as a question, but
Do you like the current family living here?
sometimes I do it just to see if they'll answer.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder. Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is this your home? Is this your home?
Camera, or the candle's on again. Just gonna leave it on. Wait, did it move? It did. It used to be on the end. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna leave it on. See what happens. This EMF pod is not giving me anything. Wonder if maybe it's better served over here. Oh, there's 2 candles now. Oh, that one candle disappeared now. It doesn't seem to want to do anything on this side yet. I guess I should also be looking outside since he was wandering around out here. Just double check there's not any notes over here. No, nothing so far. Oh, what? Sniffy bigots. Yeah. Well, there's that now. We have that. Can't seem to close the door. There we go. Oh, I think there's a breaker box outside, out right outside this wall.
Nothing paranormal about these EMF readings.
Yeah, I suppose not. I think I already captured this audio. Yeah,
Wow, that's great audio evidence.
but let's do.
Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me your name?
Pierre.
Wow, that sounded like a response. That is very interesting. Why are you here? Why are you here? How many people are here other than me? How many people are here other than me? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here?
Okay, I think he's done for now. Still no EMF. Definitely caught that audio already. Wow. Going off.
Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence. Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder. Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Why are you here? Why are you here?
Really weird. I'm not getting. I think this is just a regular cold spot. I'm not getting any EMF or any temperature readings from this guy. It's not like it's a big area. I mean,
Nothing paranormal about these temperature readings.
maybe outside is a factor, but I mean, we'd think he'd be in here a lot. Okay, maybe you want to talk now.
Can you tell me your name?
Oh, I already asked this question.
Can you tell me your name? Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Ooh, that is eerie audio evidence.
Insane. There's no EMF. So this is the box that was giving off high EMF readings. EMF5 right here.
While this is a high EMF level, it seems to be normal, although they may want to call an electrician to ensure everything is wired correctly.
I don't know what's giving me EMF3 here. Is it my... I didn't know that the paranormal mic... Maybe it's because I'm just getting closer to the box over here. Here we go.
These lights are acting funny. I should continue investigating. The EMF meter should not behave this way. This is paranormal.
No temp though. The candle's gone. Seems to really like this area right here.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? How many people are here other than me? How many people are here other than me?
A lot.
Wow, that sounded like a response.
I,
That is very interesting.
I know like a very small amount of French, thanks to high school French class. So he said there's a lot of people here other than me, which is pretty awesome. It does seem like his energy is kind of focused over here.
Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Okay. Any cold spots over here? Pretty solidly 23.6. If I go by this door, will it get cold? Cold spot. Yep. A normal cold spot, though.
Looks like just a cold spot. Nothing paranormal.
Let's try it again.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
I keep thinking that if I try to do EVP, like when it does another voice line, like maybe that has a higher chance of him talking.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is this your home? Is this your home?
Hmm.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
21% battery. Oh my god. I'm definitely gonna have to go and get some batteries if it runs dry. No, it's definitely just a cold spot. I didn't see it manifest though when it was eating my battery. Maybe it was like a split second, tried to manifest and I was standing on top of it, so it just chewed through it. candles back up. Kind of surprised I haven't seen the ghost walking around or heard it with footsteps.
Why are you here? Why are you here? Is this your home? Is this your home? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? What was that? I'm glad I captured it with a recorder.
Wonder if the other two pieces of audio evidence are EVPs.
That was a very unusual noise. I'll keep that as evidence. Why are you here? Why are you here? Is this your home? Is this your home? Do you like the current family living here? Do you like the current family living here? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me?
Okay.
That's extraordinary audio evidence.
Oh, two candles. Candles don't give off any heat, it seems.
I'll keep that as audio evidence. Why are you here? Why are you here? Is this your home? Is this your home? Do you know why I'm here? Do you know why I'm here? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Is there anyone here who would like to speak with me? Do you like the current family living here? Do you like the current family living here?
Candle just disappeared. It's weird that he just seems to be focusing on these two rather than any of the other. And nothing on the other side at all. I still haven't gotten any temp readings. It's pretty crazy. Except for the cold spot that is by the store, apparently. I think this is the cold spot. Yeah, normal.
These temperature fluctuations appear to be normal.
Two candles at once, eh? Do all of them.
I'll keep that as audio evidence.
Getting real chatty. Same lines over and over again, though. Don't you have anything interesting to say? Oh. Don't take your candles and leave. We were having a conversation. It's pissed. I pissed him off. Alright. I think that we're probably good on this this spirit. So let's head on back. I'm excited to see what that additional piece of archive evidence was. I don't think we'll wind up using it to bring it back or whatever, but like maybe down the road to complete some of these investigations that are missing one or two things. But yeah, let's head on back. I'm hoping that I can do the lighthouse without having to do like some kind of farming or something for experience or whatnot. Should have got everything except for temperature readings, because that seemed impossible for some reason. Nice. Let's take a look at the audio that we picked up here. I don't know. My French isn't good enough to pick up what that was saying. Same. Bourgeois. Beaucoup. Pierre. All right. Well, that's the audio that we picked up for the Angel Mausoleum investigation. I do want to go ahead and see. So we did get the actual email a while ago for the Bar Harbor Lighthouse. So let's go ahead and read it as kind of just a introduction to what we'll be doing next time. Mr. Stevenson, I would like to extend an offer for you to come and investigate the Bar Harbor Lighthouse Maritime Museum. I'm sure you're very familiar with the numerous claims about the White House and surrounding lighthouse and surrounding grounds being haunted. I, along with most of our staff, have experienced something chilling and unexplainable during our time working at the lighthouse. This magnifying glass needs to go away. All right, there you go. Whether it was hearing shrills in the Hurley house, seeing shadows briskly moving about the lighthouse stairwells, or feeling full of dread while being in the barn at night, it seems there is a wide range of stories we all collectively have. I won't go into too much detail about the history because I'm sure you know more about this stuff than I do. The first claims of paranormal activity started in 1835 when Dylan Hurley became Wiki. What? What is Wiki? When Dylan Hurley became Wiki. Undoubtedly, these ghost stories became exaggerated when the tours started during the Novak family's tenure here. The stories further deepened a few years after the lipstick killer was apprehended. It's terrible what happened to those kiddos, and there's no shortage of ghost stories about them. I think I can speak for all of the staff here. We would like to see if you're able to find some evidence validating our experiences. It would be most convenient for us if you could investigate on a weeknight. This is our busy season, and the weekends are especially busy. The lighthouse will be completely vacant, so you can investigate wherever you wish. Although the visitor center and the gift snack shop will be locked up. Oh, they don't want to give me any snacks while I investigate? Come on. This is a professional operation here. We need to be fed. Additionally, if you find retractable belt barriers, please be respectful of them. Although in several locations we have moved them back so you can investigate more closely. This is a museum, and we want to maintain the integrity of our artifacts. We look forward to seeing you at Bar Harbor Lighthouse. Warmest regards, Anna Worthington, Bar Harbor Lighthouse Director. Okay, so we have a few things we can focus on there. And yeah, that should be a lot of fun. Let's I want to go ahead and see if I'm actually able to select the lighthouse or if there's some kind of other alternate requirement.
I feel like I should take more notes before heading out.
Oh, no, it definitely seems like I could go there. So yeah, we can go ahead and take a look at that next time, which should be pretty exciting. It's the newest map. It's kind of the culmination, or at least so far, of all of the different systems that the developer has put in place. So that should be pretty cool. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end the video here. Thank you for watching, guys. As always, I appreciate you tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.